What is up YouTube, it's Kingfisher745, and in this video, well, it's just going to be basically a battle of the week. I asked in yesterday's All Hail the King episode if you'd like to see some longer battles, kind of as a featured match, and many of you said you would like to see that. So what we're going to do, at least for now, and depending on your response, is I'm going to try to save a battle of the week. In essence, it may be a long one, it may be a really close one, and sometimes it's going to be a combination of the two. I'm thinking there actually may even be a loss in there. So if there's a really close loss, where we almost pulled out but it was just a really good battle, then I'll also think about using that. But like I said, if you like it, if it's something you want to watch, then I'll definitely keep it going. And we'll try to have one a week, hence Battle of the Week. I'll get to work on making a graphic for it as well. Now here we happen to be facing a very solid Enchantress and Pestilence team. At the time I was still trying out Howard, who I do like, and I wanted to give him plenty of time, so we were using him with Elsa. That of course also helped me win the battles. So just in case I came up against a Bruiser Agent or Colossus, Elsa had their number. One team that we weren't 100% set up against was this team. So when we faced the TMNT leader, we had our work cut out for us. In fact, it started out not so great for us. But we are going to use the Hexenjäger on Enchantress, and that places Hot Seat on her. In essence, what this debuff does is it applies Soulfire and causes 20% damage based on the average health to any target that performs a magic action. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on subtle actions, but it will end up counteracting some of Enchantress's healing, if not all. Then Elsa can actually work against her as well because she can exhaust her. But for now, we're going to place Tea Time on Beast. This way we can get some extra damage on him. And then after that, we can use our level 9, which is Stealthy. And because of the Hair Trigger E-ISO, we'll do a follow-up attack as well. The follow-up attack is what's going to exhaust Enchantress. So at least we've kind of locked her down, even though we're already taking a ton of dot damage. Of course, the only way to clear debuffs is to take out Pestilence, so we're going to focus on him next. Alright, so our entire team's pretty hurt, we're suffering from dots, and unfortunately that last hit from Jekyll and Hyde landed. That attack does indeed apply off balance, so now my agent cannot counter. Then with Howard's turn, we did use reinforcements on Beast, and that at least flanks him. The enemy agent though is going to use a Lunacy again, and Blackest Void. Alright, so the Lunacy is a pretty big pet peeve, and it's not going to help our team out, but at least our agent does have Alluring Light, and that's going to heal us. We don't quite want to use a Light Fantastic, and we don't have enough stamina anyways, but hopefully we can take out Beast before using that ability. And at this point, since we can't clear debuffs, we're going to go ahead and split up the DPS and hit Pestilence Beast, mainly because we're going to get a flanked follow-up attack. Unfortunately, the first hit misses, so we're not doing that much damage. Honestly, this is definitely starting to feel like a loss. No stamina, tons of issues with straining, and we're not dealing that much damage at all. Thankfully, the Alluring Light shield does stop us from getting hit too hard from Emerald Wave. In fact, it pretty much stops it all. And so, on Elsa's turn, we're going to go ahead and use the Gravedigger on Enchantress. First, she actually takes some Hot Seat damage, but sadly we don't get near Fatal on her. That makes a huge difference, and we're going to have to recharge as well. So once again, the enemy team seems to have things well in hand. My agent is proving to be pretty hard to hit though, so that's one good thing about being an infiltrator. Even one who can't counterattack, which does hurt. Now Howard, you probably guessed it, Howard has to recharge. So back to the enemy. Honestly, I wish I could say this fight's about over, but I don't think it's even close. The enemy agent now uses the Warm Zephyr and the Signpost, so they're practically at full health. My agent has no stamina and very little health. So back to you, Enchantress. Not exactly someone you want to get a turn when all of your team is pretty hurt. But she can't do that much either, so we are kinda saved. Alright, so with Elsa and her very little stamina, we're going to make a stupid decision. There's already a hunter's mark on Pestilence, but we put it on him again. The good news is, and something maybe you did or didn't know, is you can get follow-up attacks from that. And with our follow-up attack, we almost take him out. Then unfortunately we have to recharge, so he's going to live for another turn. Alright, so on Beast's turn he goes after our agent again. He's pretty obsessed with that. And he misses again. Then Howard has his Ductini. He has the friggin' Sword of Hope. And he even has reinforcements left. Or I should say off of cooldown. So I was debating here what I should do, and I decided to use his quick action to try to finish off Pestilence. That of course will make a huge difference in this fight. And it does hit, plus knocks him out. The odd thing is it says Fatal Blow, so he may actually have lived with 14 HP, if it wasn't for that proc. So Howard's passive saved us there. And it also kind of shows you how the computer really tries to cheat you. I mean, come on, someone hanging on with 14 HP? That's just ridiculous. Then again, he probably had a dot, so he would have died anyways. Unless they get some kind of crazy heal, so basically what I'm saying is you never know in PvP. What we do know is we finally wiped all those debuffs with the Light Fantastic. And then Enchantress, she didn't have a very long turn either. So now we can reapply T-Time to the enemy agent. This once again gets us a follow-up. So at this point I basically thought, okay, we're going to win this. Let's use our level 9, and we're going to exhaust Enchantress after dealing some major damage. And right after that, we shoot our own agent with our level 9. Okay, so maybe the battle isn't exactly won yet. But we're going to use the Neurotripe. Then we're going to go ahead and use Coulson's BFG on the enemy agent. After this awesome attack, he's going to dodge it, but we do also hit him with Eat My Glove. Then our agent joins in, and yes, he stayed alive with 90 HP. Thankfully he had a dot, so he went down. So Enchantress is the final one standing, which I wouldn't have guessed. But just to be sure, we're going to use Alluring Light, and that's going to be a quick action. Then we'll use the Improbability Field. Now depending on her dots, maybe she'll be finished? Okay, maybe not. So she's going to use Alluring Voice, and then another Emerald Wave, which we all dodge. Then after that, we're finally going to counterattack. And that means everyone. Yet we missed the killing blow. Okay, so we'll use a Ductini, then a Reinforcements. And I know it's not a big knockout, but if it hits, we are going to win this match. And really, that's what counts. So there it is, a pretty hard match, definitely a good fight. And that's why it's going to be the Battle of the Week. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you all for watching and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. Then until next time, good luck and take care.